Philippine Athletics Track and Field Association recommending the removal of pole vaulter Ej Obiena from the national team. And now joining us to go all out on this story live from Padova, Italy, is a pole vault sensation himself, Ernest John Obiena. EJ, good morning, buongiorno, welcome back to the show. Thank you so much for waking up really early and granting us this interview. I know it's 3 a.m. there right now, so we really appreciate you doing this.
Thank you so much, Andre, for having me in. I can't sleep, there's a lot of things going in my head. As I said, this is really affecting me. Crazy.
It is crazy. I do understand. You must be going through a lot, EJ. You said you were saddened with a statement you posted on social media. You were saddened but not surprised by Patafa's recommendation to expel you from the national team. Tanong ko, EJ, why weren't you surprised by this move? Were you anticipating them to go that far, to make a move that drastic?
To be honest, I didn't expect them to go this far, and I didn't expect it to really be, this damaging for both me and the institution. Why I said it's expected because, basically those 3 times that Mr. Juico was saying, he basically asked a lot of particulars and everything. What am I actually being accused of? And basically, the end conversation from my understanding, my lawyers can understand it more. It's like we find this, this committee a little impartial, and that's basically where I kind of stand. That's why I already knew that this is bound to happen, and I felt like something that anyway whoever concocted this actually wanted to happen.
Patafa President Philip Juico, Sir Popoy, says they gave you 3 chances, EJ, to appear before their committee, but you ignored their requests. Is this true?
No. Ignored means I didn't respond. So I received those letters November 15. I responded in a day's time. I mean, they gave me 48 hours. But still, I responded in a day. And they didn't reply to that. They didn't even ask me. They just said, yeah, I received this. So after that, I felt like this is going into a legal matter. I got my lawyers, of course, and they're the one who's communicating on my behalf, as they represent me now. They're my team. And we asked the bill of particulars and, to know what exact accusations being thrown at me, but so I have no idea.
Yeah, you had no idea. Go ahead. Go on.
Yeah, that's it. That's it for me.
So, so you responded right away, as opposed to they're saying that they gave you 3 chances, but you ignored the request to appear. Well, Patafa also is penalizing the people surrounding you. You did mention your coaches and supporting you. I know you are with Coach Vitaly Petrov there in Padova, Italy right now. That includes also your longtime advisor, Jim Lafferty, of course, your coach, Coach Vitaly. Have you spoken to both of them? I know you're with Coach Vitaly, but what's the latest? What have you been talking about since Patafa's latest announcement that they're expelling you from the Philippine team? And what do they think about this decision?
Well, my first conversation to both of those people that I care deeply about is I said, I'm really sorry. You're getting dragged into this mess, and your names and reputations are now being attacked. So first is Vitaly. This is my level of understanding. Patafa acted on the basis that they said Vitaly complained. So now that clarified, or I don't know which way, they're going to file a case against him. And then Mr. Lafferty, who's been a long time avid Philippine sports, helping us, helping me, Maristela Torres, and a lot of different athletes, just out of, passion in sport. And Patafa, if I may I think back in 2021 or 2020, I'm not entirely sure, but they sponsored Patafa. It's not branded as persona non grata. Just because they're siding with me, or they're explaining my side. I don't know what's the key takeaway to that, but it seems like anyone who goes against them gets some kind of a lawsuit anyway.
And it also gets personal because Patafa claims that your mom, Ej Obiena, has misappropriated funds from the PSC. How involved is your mom in your finances? Does she help you out?
So my mom helps me out in a way as a personal with my mom. She's not helping me out as an auditor of Patafa. That was never the case. They never assigned my mom. I actually requested Patafa to keep it separate. I don't want my mom to be the one handling my payments and, this and that. It's not supposed to be that way. It's not even her job. So I had a meeting before and I said, I don't want my parents. I'm my own man. Make my own decision. You can talk. You have my phone number. You have everything. You can reach me. If you have a problem with me, feel free to call. Like how adults actually take this. My mom I have no idea why she got dragged into this, but I mean, they're going to throw whatever they can throw and they know where it hurts. It does suck that to see my mom staying involved in something that she really, truly just helped. It wasn't that she was trying to do something. It was just her helping the association.
So just to be clear, your mom never handled or nakakahawak ba siya ng funds from the PSC?
I think this is the thing. So PSC has 2 ways of releasing funding, right?
Yeah.
So one is the athletes, sometimes in special cases when there's already like issues with athletes and their NSA or directly to their NSA. So those checks will be named to Patafa and will be named to me, never named to mom. So I have no idea how would get those funding. Maybe she would deposit the checks to me, but she can never put it in her bank account. That's impossible to have someone's check named under someone put in someone else's bank. I don't think that's possible.
EJ, you have said that you're leaving everything now to your legal team, and you've been constantly mentioning your lawyers because it has basically, gotten bigger, and it really involves a legal team, your lawyers. What can you tell us now about what your legal team they're doing? What are they looking at to counter all these, these accusations, these moves by Patafa, legally?
Yeah, I mean, it's very difficult for me to say it right now because actually it's good now. I know what exactly I'm being charged of, but my lawyers are already working on it and they already have a plan from my understanding and everybody seems to be on the same page. So they know it more than me. I'm trying to, my team, their main goal right now is just make sure that I can train because my first job is an athlete and that's my responsibility, not politics, not answering whatever accusations are being thrown.
Yes. Just do what you do best, focus. I know it's easier said than done, especially during these times. You're in the middle of this fiasco, these circumstances. EJ, here's what we can do right now. I can give you a break. Pwede ka muna uminom, get a glass of water. We can relax and breathe a bit because we will take a commercial break. Ej Obiena will still be with us after a really quick break. You're watching Sportsdesk only here on CNN Philippines, where we go all out for the day's top sports stories. Stay tuned. Thank you for joining us here on Sportsdesk only on CNN Philippines. And today, we still have with us Olympic pole vaulter Ej Obiena. EJ, were you able to drink a glass of water? I know it's really early there in Italy. I just want to make you smile after everything that you've been through and you've been going through. EJ, now despite everything you're going through with Patafa, you know what? The Philippine Olympic Committee, the POC, said they will continue to support you, and they have been supporting you. They even said that they will make sure you compete and represent the Philippines in international competitions. You said they're doing what's right for the nation. Let's talk about the support you are getting, that overwhelming support from the POC specifically, and how they're willing to just continue to back you, even when your own NSA, your Patafa, won't.
I think the biggest support I got from POC is basically saying that they will fight for me and make sure that I'm in the competition representing my country,
Mm-hmm.
Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
That's it's it's a privilege to wear this vest. It's a privilege to represent the country. It's not my right, and it's never is something I take for granted of. And every time I suit up, it's me raising a nation. It's me representing a country. It's not just me out there. And given that, and
Und er springt drüber über
that
5
opportunity
Meter
to
85. Unglaublich.
represent my country amidst of all of this crisis is really, heartwarming, and it really does show that the people in POC does care about the sport and the sport itself. And I always believe as an athlete, and one of the people who says, the sport revolves around the athletes. The athlete should be the priority, and I believe that's what they're doing. And I'm just really, really thankful for the support that I'm getting.
I also spoke with Kong Bambol Tolentino of the POC, and that was after they made that decision. Philip Juico, Sir Popoy, persona non grata. They no longer recognize Mr. Juico as the president of your NSA of Patafa. Your thoughts on that move?
I think we need to look back before I give my thought into that. We need to look back. Who is Mr. Juico in my life? He was the president of the NSA. I look at him and I trusted him like my dad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Time that I confide and I asked him for suggestions and his take on the things and what I should do. And I trusted him like a father. I did, and I truly did. And to see a man be overcome by hate and ego and protecting his reputation and doing all of this, and in my opinion, he's burning the whole sports down to ashes, and just to make sure that he rules over it is sad. It is my personal relationship with Mr. Juico. It is sad, but as actions, as he said, has consequences. There are things that needs to be done, and I feel for him, but at the same time, I can't say that justice shouldn't be served. And it's the same as what he said. I believe that I used to believe that we're a lot alike. The way we fight the things that we believe at, and at that time, that I take that as something of a sense of a pride that such great official at that time thinks a lot and would fight for the things that he believes on. And one of the things why I'm fighting this, because I truly believe in that. And it would be lying for me to say that I'm just born like this. I learned this from the people surrounding me. And one of those people is Mr. Juico, as odd as might seem. And I feel for him. But I understand that this is more than the financial. There's something of a personal level of, I believe, differences that he is casting out, and I think that emotion made his judgment really clouded.
Yeah, I remember there was also a time that, pag gusto ko namin i-guest, siya yung kinakausap. And there was that relationship between you two, obviously now is in the past. EJ, let's go back to your statement that you posted. You did reiterate that you will continue to jump for the Philippines, but we know in the past, your mentor, Jim Lafferty, said that you've received citizenship offers from other countries. I was also thinking it, like, what if this guy just drops everything and wag naman sana, and I know how you love representing the Philippines, Pilipino ka, but pag mapuno ka, baka bigla ka na lang mag-change citizenship. Are those offers still on the table? Do you consider, I mean, is that still in your head that, how about if I change citizenships and represent a different country?
It's the same way I approach pole vaulting. I think it's very similar to the way I approach a lot of things, because the biggest thing, part of my life is I'm a pole vaulter. So I make a lot of decisions in competitions. And, when you second hand or think twice about your decision, you're probably going to fail that far. When you doubt yourself, you're not going to make it. You're probably not going to make it. If you have a single doubt that the pole is not going to put you in the pit, you're probably going to land in the floor, So we always have that. And I'm very committed in representing the Philippines. And, as I said, this is a honor to wear this vest, to wear the Philippine flag around my chest. And that's why that's my single hand direction. And that is why I'm still fighting. I believe that I would have that opportunity to do that. And that's why I still am fighting for that. I'm not thinking twice of my reason or my decision of representing this great nation that I'm born and raised in.
Yes. It's really nice to hear that, and I hope you still keep on fighting. And diba, as a Filipino myself, I still want you, a world-class athlete, representing our country. Your season, EJ, will start in less than a month. Diba? What are you? I know you're preparing. What are you doing right now? What are you preparing for at the moment? Can you tell us? Of course, 2022, kakastart pa lang, fifth day pa lang of the new year. What does your schedule look like in the year 2022, EJ?
So what happened basically with this this kind of mess? It's very difficult to schedule. I'll be lying if I say I'm in the best shape of my life. I can break the world record, this and that. I'll be lying. I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I'm not where I should be. I'm not where I could be. So I'm preparing for competitions, but nothing is set in stone. And as this thing developed, I have no idea what exactly would be happening. I'm just preparing myself the way I prepared myself in 2020 during COVID. I didn't know if I'm going to have a season, but it's literally said to me, I'm an athlete. I need to train every day. I need to go out there and improve myself each day, go to training. And that's what I'm doing, and that's what I'm just sticking to.
Mm-hmm. We don't have much time. I wish we did. We can fill a 1-hour show, you and I, but I also want you to go back to sleep kasi alam ko madaling araw na dyan sa Padova, Italy, 3:28 in the morning if I'm not mistaken. Before we let you go, Ernest John, what is your message for Patafa and for Mr. Juico?
I just hope they do the right thing. And I hope that their guiding way is the right way, protecting the country's interests, protecting the athletes, and developing the sports which they govern. So I just hope that that's not clouded in any single way, in any way whatsoever that could cloud their judgment into that. I just hope that they do the right thing. I'm not asking any special treatment. I'm asking is to do the right thing.
How about the POC and everyone who's supported you, been supporting you, still supporting you throughout all of this drama, if I can say?
Thank you, to be honest. Those two words can express how I'm feeling with all this Filipino support and, my fellow classmates. And, I even received like a book out of someone. It was just like, I really appreciate it. This is a tough time. I'm not going to be sugarcoating it. I'm losing sleep over it, obviously. And I'm really, mentally, I feel like I just exist at the moment. It's not something that I'm enjoying to do. But having you guys, having the people who support me, having this POC at my back, supporting me, and gives you a bit of reason to kind of stay happy, chin up, as you said, keep smiling, keep doing what I do, and believe that politics is not going to win. It's going to be what's right and what's true. And I'm working on that. We're still fighting the good fight. And for everyone who's been supporting me, I really, really can't say how much you guys mean to me, and never ever been that I've been so dependent on the people that surrounds me that I don't even know. So all I say is thank you very much, and maraming salamat po talaga. I cannot I cannot say more words to that.
GJ, maraming salamat sa'yo. Again, for taking time, waking up really early there, at the wee hours, 3:30 in the morning, there in Italy. Thank you, mabuhay ka, maraming sumusuporta sa'yo, at patuloy mo ang paglaban para sa Pilipinas, pagiging isang world-class athlete. EJ, stay safe, stay healthy. We'll talk to you again soon. Thank you.